sticking with the wrestling analogies,
Mm-hmm.
Tristan Thompson had the biggest babyface turn, I think, in the history of Sacramento. Is just, the immediate response as we were carrying Tristan's remarks live here on the show was just phenomenal. And then you saw it followed up on the King's Herald and from the various writers and news people who were covering that. And what stood out to you about Tristan Thompson yesterday, or did he say anything in particular that really stood out to you?
I was just impressed by Tristan's leadership, and I didn't expect that. Now, our first introduction to Tristan was kind of the goofy side of him all of a sudden speaking in the middle of a press conference and then taking a mic from Buddy Hield. I'm like, okay, here we go. Here's the guy that is involved with the Kardashians and is reality TV and likes having cameras and attention. Like, this is his realm. He's comfortable with this. Okay, here we go. But then when you actually listen to what he said, answering Buddy Hield's question for him about going to the Lakers, it's a very strong teammate move. It's a leader move to say, like, he can't control it. And then he ends it with some fun, like, now Buddy's going to get, I'm going to set picks for Buddy, off ball screens for Buddy, and he's going to get open that way. So that stood out to me. And then Tristan starts his actual press conference. He's done some research. He knows this Kings fan base because he starts the press conference talking about the Kings fan base and how much the city deserved the Golden One Center. So immediately he's going to get a gold star from fans for that. And then he just starts talking more and more about the lessons that he's learned with the different, like, he's played with LeBron and been a champion in Cleveland, but he's also played for garbage Cleveland teams the year after LeBron left. And he's also played on teams that have been on the cusp like the Sacramento Kings are. And that's what I wanted to ask him. And I did ask him, like, what do you think this team needs? And they're on the cusp. And I thought it was a very interesting perspective that I never heard before. He starts talking about, like, the difference is not drastic. It's 2 to 3 possessions statistically. And he starts talking about, like, how if the Kings turn or get 2 to 3 more stops or score on 2 to 3 more offensive possessions, that's the difference in a game, which is a difference in a couple wins, which suddenly gets you into the play-in or into the playoff picture. So I was very impressed by his composure. I was impressed by his personality as well as his IQ, his leadership.